Hello, my name is Lloyd Wilkinson. I was born in Oxford, England, and I've been an ESL teacher now for 13 years. What originally got me interested in teaching English as a second language was to work with people and also travel. So I've been very fortunate in my decision to embark on this career because it has allowed me to work and visit many different countries. For example, I'm currently living in Baltol in Inner Mongolia, China, and working here with kindergarten. And my responsibilities here are to work with the students directly, but also to work with the teachers, sharing cultural knowledge, providing workshops and support for the teachers who are developing their skills with teaching English as a second language. Prior to being in China, I was working in Mexico for 3 to 4 years. Whilst I was in Mexico, I worked for 3 different schools mainly, from working with primary school in one of the schools, secondary, and also working at a university as well. Different cultures provide different challenges, and how the students conduct themselves in class is one of the main challenges we face as a teacher. As well as the cultural diversity, is understanding their needs specifically that helps us as teachers to manage our classrooms. So it's very important that not only do we understand students' behaviour, but we also understand their culture too. And this has been one of the things that's promoted me to work and travel and experience different continents, to give me an all-round knowledge as to how to engage with students on the whole. Now, I have taught from kinder age to high school, university, and also teaching business English, law English, medical English, and English within tourism. Now, the reason for me choosing to go to Istanbul is simply it's a place that I've always wanted to go to, but the opportunities that I've had so far have not allowed me this opportunity to come to Istanbul. It's a place that's enriched with a lot of culture and diversity, which is what I find very interesting. So I do hope that I may have an opportunity to experience that and also to share my knowledge of teaching English as a second language. Now, as I mentioned earlier, one of the common problems we sometimes face, or challenges I should say, is classroom management. Now, classroom management can be dealt with in many different ways. It really depends on the type of teacher you are. But one of the main things that I've always tried to embark on myself is to remain patient. Being patient and a lot of planning, because a well-prepared class will help you to have a clear identity as to where the class needs to head. And the students also respond well to that. So my first part of classroom management is how I plan the class. How will I engage the students? These are very important factors, because if you engage the students want to participate and they want to learn. So first and foremost, that is our first main aim, is to engage the students. How we do this can be through different types of teaching. It can be through the methodology of the PPP, to present them something, to let them practice and then let them produce, so they can feel their development within the class itself. Another method is to give them a task-based learning. So they get to work with groups and have to solve the task itself. You're just there to aid them and guide them and to answer any questions they have. But it allows them to work with their peers and to develop with their peers. But occasionally we do have a student who, no matter what you do, seems to react in the way that disrupts the rest of the class. By setting the guidelines right at the beginning on day one with the students and giving them a clear focus and a clear directive as to what you expect from them, and also learning what they expect from you, can create a very good relationship in order for you to deal with these problems within the class itself. Also, the main thing is to remain calm and to approach the student in a calm manner and try to explain to him that he's interrupting or she's interrupting the class, and is there anything you can do that will help their behaviour in that moment in time. If you feel within the class that you don't seem to be able to deal with the issue in that very moment, then there are some other options you can take. One is certainly to have a one-to-one with the child or the student after the class, and it can sometimes develop further where you may need to involve your coordinator, and possibly it could even go further where you need to involve the parents as well. The main thing is, as a teacher in classroom management, is that we're teaching a class of students. So when we get one student who disrupts it for the others, then that's failing. That actually means we're failing to teach the class. So we do need to deal with the individuals as individuals, but not to chastise them. Also remembering that every class we give is a new class. It's a new start for every student in every class. And that's also an important thing to remember, where a student may misbehave one day but may be good for the rest of the year. So we have to be tolerant, we have to be patient, and we have to give the students opportunity for them to express what their issues are. This is mainly how I would deal with classroom management. So just to recap, first of all, it would be good planning that engaged the students. Having clear techniques as to how you're going to teach the class which the students understand and can follow. And then being patient and to deal with the students directly, or sometimes having to have a one-to-one with them afterwards. And if this still doesn't help, you need to involve outside help to actually deal with any personal issues that student may have. Anyway, thank you for your time with listening to my brief introduction about myself and about teaching, and I thank you again and hope to hear from you soon.